He even announced like churros.
More great news, churros are back.
Churros are back. No duh, churros are back. Now guys, it is a big day. Destination D23 happened. If you don't know what that is, it was kind of like a little mini expo. D23 is the official Disney fan club. So they were gonna announce all these new rides and new shows coming, and it was interesting. We're gonna do a full rundown of everything. We got a package from D23, so we're gonna open that up in a little bit. I tried to get the tickets because I'm a D23 member and it sold out in like 2 seconds. And I was at the Contemporary like 15 minutes down the road. So I had to watch it from TV. Now, going into the event and the panel for the Disney parks, I was expecting they were gonna announce a bunch of grand, amazing things. Disney has to announce this stuff now because it takes several years for this stuff to be built. And Universal Studios is opening a brand new theme park, Epic Universe, which is gonna be top of the line. I was really excited that Disney was gonna come with their A game to show all this brand new technology and rides to really give Universal a run for its money, because Epic Universe will be opening in a couple years. It didn't go off to a smooth start. Bob Chapek was originally supposed to be there, and then he mysteriously vanished from the schedule. So then Walt Disney World News Today kind of put out that Chapek is gone. And then an insider told him that the reason Chapek didn't want to be there is because he was afraid from being booed by die-hard Disney fans. No comment on that one. But then Disney PR responded with this. The Walt Disney World News Today. Okay, so the response was from the Disney spokeswoman: Bob has a conflict in LA on Friday night and couldn't make it back to Orlando on time. Your post is ridiculous, and you've stooped to a new low by making this up. So Bob, I guess, is no longer showing up to D23 to kind of give an introduction. So doing the whole little spiel is gonna be Josh D'Amaro. He's the chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Products. Now, Josh is constantly seen in the parks, talking to cast members, interacting with guests, and he just has a better presence of, you know, showmanship. I don't think with Bob not being there, that is gonna make that much of a difference. Now, I'm gonna be kind of covering pretty much just the domestic parks, so Disneyland and Disney World. First off, for Disneyland, for Toontown, they kind of announced some new hills. For Toontown at IAAPA, they kind of announced they're kind of renovating and refurbing the entire area to kind of bring people back, because honestly, when I go to Disneyland, I just go ride Roger Rabbit in the back and leave. But so they announced the new hills. They announced Fantasmic is coming back, and also World of Color is coming back. We all know World of Color has been under construction because they didn't really maintain it during the shutdown. So don't maintain things. Things don't work when you try to start it up. So that's what they've been kind of fixing and renovating for the past, yeah. You'll see in my Disneyland video the construction site that it looks like. And then they also announced for Downtown Disney, they were originally supposed to build like a hotel where the AMC was. So the AMC has kind of been left abandoned. I know Earl Sandwich reopened, but so those are gonna be closing forever, and they're gonna renovate the entire area, kind of be like a little park area, which I think will be nice. So they're gonna build a little park with some new shops and tear down AMC. It's just been an empty building, so I'm okay with that. They also talked about the new DVC tower at the Disneyland Hotel. I love it. I'm really excited for the DVC tower. They showed kind of some of the concept artwork. Behind the beds, it's like Sleeping Beauty's castle. And I think the artwork looks fun. Hopefully when it opens, I can go and stay there. Probably the biggest news for Disneyland is magic bands are coming, which I think is gonna be great. They've never had magic bands at Disneyland. In 2022, the new magic bands will be coming out. Now, my question is, will these magic bands work in Disneyland and Disney World? Will you have to buy two separate magic bands? Like, let's say, you know, I'm going to Disney World, I'm hopping on a flight, can I just attach my Disneyland ticket and clock in? I don't know. So it's all gonna be kind of incorporated with Genie Plus over there, so you can tap in and tap out. Now, the new magic bands, they haven't announced the price for them. Current magic bands, I think, are like $35 or $40. So this has like a little light in it. I'm gonna guess these are gonna be $50 to $60 for the new magic bands, just because there's new technology. It's pretty much the old glow of the show technology. Pretty much when there'd be fireworks or a show, your ears would light up a certain way and everything, but they only did that for like a couple years and they just stopped supporting the service. It's gonna be interesting about these new magic bands, because I thought magic bands were kind of going away, but they're bringing them back. They also announced the Electrical Light Parade will be returning in 2022 to Disneyland. That nighttime show will never go away. Now it's time to talk about Disney World. Now, Disney announced that Festival of Fantasy will be returning in 2022. I'm so glad there will be a parade coming back, but the cavalcades are also here to stay, they said. They're not going away ever. They're building a brand new cavalcade cavalcade. It's gonna be their biggest cavalcade ever. I feel like it's just kind of like a mini parade at that point. So it's gonna have Miguel from Coco, Moana, Clarabelle Cow, Baloo and King Louie, Mulan, Elena, and the Three Caballeros, and more to be announced. You know what? I'm okay with the cavalcades as long as there's a parade. You know, I felt like they were trying to use the cavalcades as a parade, but I want the parade, man. I want that whole 20-minute experience of just fun and music and everything. The cavalcades are nice to look at and wave at, but the one thing I'm worried about this, right? So let's say, you know, they're investing all this money into cavalcades. Does that mean they're gonna cut back on character meet and greets? I feel like that's almost like a nail in the coffin for like the citizens of Hollywood and stuff like that, because they're just gonna have them do cavalcades and just hire, you know, college program kids just to wave and be fur characters, so you don't have to pay equity performers to do like the citizens and like the mayor on Main Street and stuff like that. So I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I feel like a lot of those equity performers aren't gonna come back. I think this just, you know, it's just cheaper just to pay a college program kid just to stand on a float and wave. So I feel like that's gonna be kind of the future. I don't feel like there's gonna be as many face characters as there used to be back in the day. Now I do think the equity performers, the ones who work for Disney, I think they're gonna send them all to the Galactic Starcruiser. It's gonna be run by a lot of college program kids, but they're gonna have face characters in there that have to be able to riff and everything, and that's where the equity performers come in. So I don't know if they're officially having equity performers in the Starcruiser. I hope so. Now for Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic, which is my favorite nighttime show, they announced it's coming back. They've been working on it a lot backstage for the stadium and everything. So they announced there's gonna be a new scene, kind of some new projections and everything. They said it will be kind of replacing the stunt scene, which is Pocahontas. I think that's where the new scene will go. Oh, sorry, I had something in my eye. So on the concept art, it looks like there's Moana, Aladdin, and Frozen characters that'll be there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what new sequence they're gonna put in there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I'm really excited for Fantasmic to come back. I think the new sequence is gonna be great. So I'm really pumped for Fantasmic in 2022. It's just weird that, like, you know, we're gonna have to wait till 2022 to experience like shows again. I'm afraid with the shows coming back that the ticket prices are gonna go up even more once they bring all this stuff back. They're like, oh, we got new stuff, we're gonna raise the ticket prices of annual passes. That's what I'm worried about. They also announced that Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair will be returning. They're gonna add some new outfits, a new beginning and a new end. I think that's a great show. It's always fun to be walking through the middle of the hub and hearing the music and Tiana dancing and singing. I'm excited for that show to come back, but again, that'll be 2022. They also announced that the Finding Nemo musical will be returning to Animal Kingdom. They need it. They don't have too many shows. They have kind of a botched Best of the Lion King without the Tumble Monkeys. I don't think they'll ever come back. So the new show is called Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond. The Triple B, Big Blue Beyond. It's supposed to take place during Finding Dory. It's supposed to kind of be in the aquarium from Finding Dory, and then kind of like watching everything. And some of the old songs from the original Nemo musical will be returning. So I'm excited about that. They also kind of talked about Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular returning in December. It's not going to be the exact same show that you know. It's going to be a little different. I'm excited for that show to come back because there's not much to do around Hollywood Studios, honestly. They also showed a behind-the-scenes look at the sculpture for Epcot of Walt Disney. I think it looks gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see this sculpture at Epcot. They also announced like a new quick service for Epcot. It looks fine, just kind of generic with some artwork on the wall. The big thing we want to talk about, the Star Wars Hotel, the Galactic Starcruiser. I want to go so bad. I don't think you understand. Like, I'm ready to sell a left kidney to go. They kind of gave a behind the scenes look of Josh D'Amaro going in and kind of testing out the stuff. So on stage, he kind of showed the kind of real life lightsaber. So it like, you know, ignites. It looked very fragile. Like Josh D'Amaro was holding like some ancient artifacts. So that kind of worried me, right? So then I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to be dodging lasers, right? And using this lightsaber. And then they go to the lightsaber kind of interactive laser thing, and you don't get to use the real life lightsaber. I guess it's only gonna be for like Rey and the performers. They'll be able to use those fancy lightsabers. But that was one of the biggest draws. I was like, oh my God, I can use a real life lightsaber where it ignites by pushing a button. So you're gonna kind of use a generic lightsaber, and the lightsaber training is they're just gonna shoot a beam laser, and you're just gonna kind of move the lightsaber to hit the laser. That's it. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting something like life-changing, but it's literally just like a laser shooting out, and you just kind of move the lightsaber to go ding, ding, ding. I don't know, because it's several $1,000s to stay there. And I've been to like laser tag places where they shoot lasers and you like knock it with your hands. That's pretty much the same thing. with just a lightsaber. Then they kind of showed like the battle station area where you're gonna like fight, and it looked like, you know when you're exiting out of Spaceship Earth, like that kind of like area where they have like those mini games. That's what it kind of like looked like. It looked cool. And I'm sure it's gonna look different in person than it did on video, but I was just like, that's it? You know, this is just what Disney released. They've already shown this before. They kind of talked about this new performer suit for like either like a Wampa or the Hulk, kind of an exoskeleton. So yeah, Josh used some interesting wording.
Okay, then I gotta ask, Richard maybe, what can you do with these hands?
Well, Richard can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, he really said that. I'm excited for that, but we've already saw this stuff. Like all like the new stuff, we've kind of already seen. So I feel like the biggest part of D23 was the announcement of Magic Bands coming to Disneyland. Josh made a big deal. He was like, oh, we have this, you know, we're bringing back all this stuff.
So if you don't mind, I'd like for us to take just a couple of minutes to celebrate what we're bringing back around the world.
So he starts naming all this stuff, and I'm like, the trams? Betty Shambles? The drummers in Pandora?
With an opening day treasure, hats off to the Dapper Dans on a great return.
And it's just like, he was like, oh, we have the Dapper Dans coming back. I'm like, the Dapper Dans have been back since forever.
Beauty and the Beast live on stage has returned, and it's just as enchanting as ever.
He even announced like churros.
More great news, churros are back.
Churros are back. No duh, churros are back. So he just like named off all the stuff that has already been back for months and months and months now, as if it was some grand announcement. I felt really bad for the guy because they were announcing this stuff and nobody was clapping. If you've ever seen a video of like Jeb Bush, where he's like, okay, everyone, you need to clap.
Please clap.
This is a game changer. There you go, let him clap.
That's like what was what kept happening to Josh. He's like, okay, everybody, let's clap, act excited and everything.
With a rollout starting in 2022. Now, to help get ready for the rollout, we've got a surprise. We've worked with our friends at Amazon to give an Amazon Echo Show 5 device to someone in this room. To someone in this room. Are you guys nuts?
Oh, they announced there's gonna be some Amazon Alexa in the rooms now. Where it's just, you say like, hey, tell me what time it is. Or like, tell me a fun fact, play this type of Disney music. Which I think is nice. Now with you being able to talk to it, that means it's listening to you. So I really hope there's a way to turn off the listen mode, because I really don't want it listening to me the entire vacation. So yeah, that's kind of everything they've announced for D23. Kind of a letdown, right? I thought they were gonna announce some big major rides. They also announced that Guardians of the Galaxy is opening summer 2022. I think it'll be late summer 2022 because I've been there recently and they still have a lot of work to do. I believe James Gunn is just filming the stuff with the cast. So that's a pretty quick turnaround because it's like the end of the year already and it'll be open by summer, which is normally around like May. I think it'll be late summer 2022. Tron, they showed some new concept art and they're trying to hype us up about this, but that's, what is it, 2023? I don't think did they give an official announcement? Chris has ridden the actual Tron coaster, and he said it's fine, right? It's fun, but it's really short, and it's like a decade old. So they were really hyping up that we have Ratatouille and Tron. Those are big things, but they're literally like a decade old. So it's nothing super game-changing like how Rise of the Resistance was, or Flight of Passage. So there's nothing really crazy in the pipeline for Disney right now, which is kind of scary. I think Guardians will be good. I think that's hopefully a good ride, because I really enjoy Mission Breakout in Disneyland. And then there's like no word on the Play Pavilion. It's like halfway constructed. Is it just dead in the water? Are they not ever gonna finish it? Who knows what's gonna happen to the Epcot Play Pavilion? I'm really worried for the next several years at Disney because, you know, they're like, oh, Splash Mountain's coming. We haven't heard anything about that. I don't think Splash will be coming until 2025. I don't see anything happening major with that for a while. And then at that point, Epic Universe is opened with all these crazy rides that are coming. So much new technology. Disney just gonna be kind of left in the dust. And I'm kind of worried because Disney was always like the leader, right? It's always the Disney standard. And I feel like Universal might be winning by the end of this decade. I think they're gonna be doing more than Disney because they've kind of poached a lot of their Imagineering team. Josh said this about Imagineering.
Walt Disney Imagineering has been recognized as one of the best places to work.
Which is interesting because, as you know, Imagineers are kind of being forced out, or they're being forced to move to Lake Nona here in Florida. They're going to be shutting down the entire campus in California, so a lot of people are upset about that, and kind of morale's at all-time low when it comes to Imagineering. We probably won't hear anything new about Disney until probably D23 in California in 2022. That'll probably be the next time we kind of hear new stuff. So for the next year, at Disney, it's just gonna be kind of bringing back shows and kind of changing and tweaking the shows a little bit and doing some refurbs, which is fine. Okay, now it's time to open this box. Now, I am a D23 member. They sent this box. Okay, it says D23, Walt Disney World. Most magical years of Walt Disney World. See what's in it. This almost looks like a Little Caesars pizza box. What was that? It says, welcome to the club. It's kind of got some fun little facts about, oh, there's Roy right there. Got some fun little facts about Disney and how it opened. All right, let's see what else we got in here. This is a vinyl. It's got 2 songs on it. Side A is the Bear Band Serenade, and then the back is Nothing Can Stop Us Now for the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I don't have a record player, so here's a little picture of the record. Walt Disney World, Nothing Can Stop Us Now right here, and then the Bear Band Serenade. If you want to get one of these, you just have to become a member of D23 and they will send you one of these. Oh, I have my official member ID now. You get discounts throughout Disney property with this. We have one of these. Let's see. The official Disney fan club. I don't know where I'm gonna hang this up, but I do like the colors. It reminds me of like the 70s. Ooh. So this is the final little thing. Well, it's not a little thing, it's huge. It's a lunchbox, right? Walt Disney World. You got Mickey and Donald and Chip and Dale holding the Pluto hat. You have Tower, Spaceship Earth, Tree of Life, Cinderella Castle on the side. You can have Typhoon Tilly up there from Typhoon Lagoon. You have Everest, Teddy Bear. Over here you have the Nautilus. You have the Contemporary with the monorail. You have Remy from Ratatouille's. The Water Pageant. Dinosaur, that's a good one. And then right here, you can see Dreamfinder and then Orange Bird up there. I am digging this lunchbox. This thing is cool. Let's see what's, ooh, on the inside. Okay. We have these wonderful pins. So you have one of the Country Bears, Rex from Star Tours, the Yeti from Everest, Orange Bird, and then Figment right there. Really digging this lunchbox. I thought this is a cool set that they sent out to everyone just for being part of the membership and everything. I highly suggest joining D23. You get a bunch of exclusive events offered to you throughout the year, from different showings to different panels and everything. A lot of times they'll be at like Disney Springs and we'll go to those. So guys, let me know down in the comments your thoughts about everything that Disney announced. How do you feel about the new stuff? What do you miss most about Disney right now? And if you were at the event, I hope you got some of that Muppet merchandise because I'm so jealous. It looks so cool. If you want to stay up to date on all things theme park, make sure to hit the subscribe button, join the family. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Please stay safe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow with a new video. Bye.